Can energy be
But
deleted? Can it be thrown away? Can it be discarded?
Or
The only thing you can do
It
is
can be transmuted.
to transform or transmute it. So now it's your responsibility to do that, because if you don't, and you say goodbye to it, and you don't take your responsibility to transmute or transform, what is gonna do? It's gonna go out of your field and is going to look for another host. Okay? And I happen to meet many of those, okay, during sessions. And then when I ask, oh, since when are you there? And like they have accumulated such a strong presence that when they tell me, oh, I'm there since 1 month ago, it doesn't make sense. And then when I investigate, I realize that actually they were not created by this person. They were wandering entities that have been created and nurtured by someone else. And at some point that someone else decided that I have enough with this. I want to change. I don't want to take this in anymore. And so this entity is moving out, and now is looking for another host, because now it became a consciousness of its own that is used to be nurtured, to be fed on sadness. So he's going to look for someone that would give him the sadness vibe, that will have a matching vibrational frequency. Okay? And so if someone now doesn't have any specific issue with sadness in general, but is in a period of vulnerability, that at this period of time, this person is experiencing great sadness, it's becoming a potential match and a potential host for that entity to enter.
And I'm assuming that's also correct on on collective level, like on tragedies that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is the reason why it is very important, even during time of collective tragedy, to keep a high vibration and not feel guilty about keeping a high vibration. Why? Because if you don't, you become susceptible to catch on any low vibrational frequency that is running, roaring around, okay? And just looking for hosts. So if at this moment you don't protect your field even more by cultivating gratitude or joy, whatever, sometimes it's very difficult to cultivate joy in this kind of cases, like in collective catastrophe. Okay, we know that there are three emotions that allow you to keep a high vibe, which is like love, joy, and gratitude. Okay, so love, you might not have anyone to love around you or be able to feel love for, or maybe what touched you is like the loss of a loved one, and so it's particularly difficult for you to raise your vibration on that matter. Joy could be the same. If something hard hit with it, whether it's on the individual or collective level, it's very difficult to actually feel joyful, right? So what are you left with? You're only left with gratitude. Now you can ask me, how can you feel gratitude? What can you be grateful for when, let's say there is a catastrophe, or you have got to find something to be grateful for in order to keep your vibration vibrating at this high level vibrational frequency, because it's a matter of emergency. That's your only way to protect your field. Because at this moment, when these kind of things happen, you become very vulnerable and susceptible. And because you're even more vulnerable, it's even more important to keep your field sealed, and the only way you can do that is by rising your vibration. Now, you can say it's hard to find, what to be grateful for if something just, very, very important for you was just, loss, or, and you feel a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointment or discouragement. And it's okay to process whatever you need. You have to process through a short time. But while you're processing this, keep a space in your heart, one little space in your heart, to cultivate this gratitude for something you can be grateful for. So while you're processing this, because you will not prevent yourself to process the sadness and the despair and the discouragement and everything. You are human. In the end of the day, you are here to process that, to go through that experience. So it's not a matter of preventing yourself to process and feel these emotions. You need to feel them. You need to process them. But you need to keep a part of your heart that is busy generating this higher vibrational frequency. And so gratitude, that would be the thing that you would go for as the last difficult thing, because there is always one thing at least you could be grateful for. And during one of the journeys that I made, in October, one of the things that the guides were showing is that there is one thing that we can definitely rise our vibrational frequency with, something to be grateful for, and it is the capacity to be able to hold divine light within ourselves. Because why? Because by recognizing this incredible chance and blessing that we are able to hold divine light within ourselves, which is crazy in itself. How can we, finite human physical being able to be light holders? This is what we are. We are light vessels. And so just the gratitude for being able to hold divine light make us susceptible to expand our light vessel, and by expanding our light vessel we become transmuter automatically, because what transmute anything, what transmute darkness, what transmute low vibrational energy, what transmute anything, it's just divine light. This is how we are going to do it, by calling light. So even though you are processing whatever you need to process, you keep a space in your heart to cultivate that gratitude for being able to hold this divine light. And just by doing that, you give your vessel the capacity to expand and receive more, receive more, receive more. And the more you receive, the more you become a more powerful transmuter.
I have a question about that. If you think that because I feel like when it comes to the gratitude thing, it's like runs away. It like runs away in the morning. I wake up and it's like I can't. It's like a little ant that gets out of the picture. And I wonder if it's maybe helpful to take it as an exercise to also write it like on a daily.
Yes,
as a daily
definitely.
practice.
Whatever you need.
Seems like I can't seem to remember, which is ridiculous, but I can't seem to remember.
It's not ridiculous at all, because we have the tendency to focus on what bothers us, right? That's a human tendency. And so you take whatever it takes to remind yourself, if it's to write in huge gratitude on your wall, or if it's whatever it is, whatever it takes to remind yourself, you just do it. You know better, what reminder you need. You better invest in this, because this is one way, the most efficient way to protect your field. It's that. And actually so many miracles and so much magic is happening when you start doing that. Actually. So much magic.